Stakeholders from various sectors have concluded a one-day high-level summit on constitutional inclusion of women in governance, with emphasis on the importance of women's inclusion in governance. The event, held in Abuja, was organized by the African Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development, with support from the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office through the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center. The report.
According to the report, women constitute approximately 49.45% of Nigeria's total population, highlighting their demographic strength and potential to drive transformative change. The summit aimed to harmonize efforts and actions by stakeholders and organizations on women's inclusion in governance, foster synergy, and map out a joint strategy for collective impact. Speaking at the summit, the executive director of the African Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development, Monday, represented by Mark Barboro, emphasized the need for women's inclusion in governance. Also speaking at the event, leaders of the 10th National Assembly pledged to prioritize women's inclusion, acknowledging the low level of women's representation in governance. Other notable stakeholders present at the event highlighted the need for continued conversation and action to address the gender disparity.
In Nigeria, the journey towards women inclusion in governance has been long and challenging. It has been documented that constitution making in Nigeria has persistently excluded female legitimacy. This exclusion dates back to the colonial times, when women were not allowed to vote. In fact, it was not until 1979 before the right to vote was extended to all Nigerian women. The language of the Constitution is in masculine gender and totally excludes women.
Going by what we see and hear of what His Excellency does to humanity, I want to re-inform you that he is an advocate of women inclusion. So if these decisions are taken before the 10th National Assembly, I want to assure you, by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they will be looked into and they will be implemented.
We will ensure that all the bills that were rejected come back alive again, by the grace of God.
In examining the electoral outcomes from 2015 and 2019 elections, it is evident that women's political representation remains disappropriately low compared to their population size. This underscores the need for collective action to address the gender gap in governance.
But I think as we are thinking about women inclusion, I think we should also be thinking about also progressive voices in Nigerian politics. It seems to me that as time goes on, progressive voices are continuously being marginalized in our own politics. The people who are able to get into our politics are increasingly people who are bent on being the only ones that are allowed to speak in our system.
All strive for a society where every woman does not just try to survive and feel safe, and societies where women, they are confident that there is space for them to thrive.
And I'm sure in the last couple of months, we've all been in separate programs celebrating 25 years of unbroken democracy in Nigeria. And this conversation is very fundamental to that narrative. We need, as Nigerians, to make this step as we progress our democratic processes.
I would also like us to promote gender equality in agriculture, in education, and in employment.
Important that we give an equal opportunity to both men and women in every space to contribute to the development of this country.
The summit marked the beginning of a collaborative effort to prioritize women's inclusion in governance. The development of a joint strategy and actions for collective impact will be crucial in ensuring that women's voices are heard and represented in decision-making processes. Florence Joshua reporting for Clearview News Desk.